Hey, Chef Ro here, talking about knives once again. Today we're going to talk about the difference between a Japanese knife and a German knife. Now, a lot of people are very adamant one way or the other. They really prefer their German knife or they really prefer their Japanese knife. They have differences. So a Japanese knife is manufactured a little bit differently. It's folded layers of steel over and over and over. That makes the steel much harder. However, the harder your steel gets, the more brittle it becomes. So you're more likely to chip your blade. It's more likely to rust. You just have to take care of it in a different way. There is no, I'm going to cut something, I'm going to go eat my dinner, and then I'm going to come back and wash it. It is, I cut the thing, I wash my knife, then I eat my dinner. German knives, on the other hand, those are a little bit softer steel. Still hard enough that they do the job. However, they don't rust as easily. They don't chip as easily. But they do lose their edge a little faster. The stronger steel does help keep that edge a bit longer. So you're going to have to sharpen a Japanese knife a little bit less frequently than a German knife. It'll hold its edge a little bit longer. But again, you're going to be more likely to have it chip. So I have two examples here of knives. This one here is a Japanese knife. This one is a German knife. Another major thing with German knives is they tend to have a pretty hefty bolster, whereas Japanese knives, you can see, it's a much more delicate bolster. Some people like that. Some people prefer a really full bolster even. It's all comes down to personal preference. The other thing that you'll notice, you can see the pattern here from where they folded the knife. You always talk about the number of layers of metal when you're talking a Japanese knife, whereas German knives, they don't do that the same way. The other difference that you'll notice is in weight. A Japanese knife is going to be far lighter weight because it's got thinner steel. If you look at these two knives side by side, you can see that this is a significantly thinner knife. Also going to come into play when you're talking about the Japanese knives, because they're thinner and harder steel. You can actually sharpen them to a much sharper angle, usually by about 3 to 5 degrees minimum on each side. Okay, so that makes a 6 to 10 degree angle difference overall, which is a much sharper knife. However, sometimes that wider knife helps you actually power through things to get to the things that you're wanting. So when people ask me which one they should buy, generally speaking, it is, if you're looking for really fine, delicate work, this thin blade here, this is going to help you get through things and keep them much, much smaller. So that's why you'll find a lot of fine dining chefs use a Japanese knife, because it's a thinner blade. If you are more of a meat and potatoes kind of person and you're going to do a lot of hefty lifting with your knife, German knife is definitely the way to go. Or, in my opinion, have one of each. Why not?